Hey guys, this is Captain Solo, creator of SWGOHROTE.com, the Rise of the Empire Territory Battles Guide Library. This is my first tier list video. This is February 3rd, 2026. All the territory battle omicrons that are in here are the character icons are all here. I'm gonna try to rank all of these omicrons based on number one. Are you gonna have this? Is it worth raising this character to relic 7, 8, 9, whatever you need for it? Number two, does it help you finish battles you can't otherwise finish? Number three, does it help you finish the battles faster? Going from 6 minutes down to 3 is huge. Going from 3 minutes down to 2, maybe not such a big deal. Let's start with the first one. This is going to be a bit of a hot take, but I do not like Cal's leader or Omicron much at all. I'm going to leave it in C. Let's do B. I may rethink this. And this is actually the number one applied territory Omicron, so it might come as a bit of a surprise. This is my thinking. So day one, almost doesn't matter. Most guilds it fills up really quickly. A lot of guilds, you don't really even need to do the combat missions. And it's also like, with Relic Delta, it's really easy now. Any R8 characters are just going to blow through it. So I don't really count it here. And you also don't need it. Like, Jedi Master Luke is great. Even Jedi Knight Luke. Jedi Master Mace Windu. You have a ton of options here. I don't think it's useful at all on Coruscant. Day 2, you can't use it. You're using Seer's lead for the Zepho unlock missions, so like right off the bat you're getting 2 days where it's not doing anything. Day 3, you're almost certainly using it on Zepho with that Jedi mission, and it does make it easier, except you have to play it. Jedi Knight Cal's auto AI is so bad that even with all 3 Omicrons, he can lose that battle. Like, he'll almost throw the match by getting like 5 stacks of whatever his ability is instead of 10 every turn. So you have to play it, and if I'm gonna apply a territory battle Omicron, I don't want to play the mission. That's why I really don't like this Omicron. You're probably doing Zepho for 2 days. Not very many people can blow through, not very many guilds can blow through Zepho for 1. So you're getting some use out of it there, but you're not getting auto usage out of it. And even if you don't have this Omicron and you throw him in with like JMK or with Kyle's Omi or Ahsoka and Ezra, they don't need an Omi. Then his Omicron doesn't really do anything. You didn't need it. It doesn't save a lot of time. So I just don't think the benefit is really worth it for Jedi Knight Cal's Omicron there. At some point you're moving on to Kashyyyk, and it is good there. I'll give him that. Like, that 1 day is pretty good. There's 2 missions on Kashyyyk, and then Lothal. That Jedi mission is really easy, so you're not getting a lot of benefit out of that. And then you're taking him to R8 at that point. He's not a requirement at R8, so a lot of people leave him at 7, which I think is a good place. And then if you want to use him in Kafrene or Vandor, you're taking him to R9, and that's just a huge investment. I have not gotten him to Relic 9, so I can't comment on his success here, but I don't think he's a very common R9. So for those reasons, I'm putting this at B. The other one, Whirlwind Slam, I actually like better. Just because, number one, it makes the Zepho unlock mission here way easier. It doesn't rely on his lead. You don't really have to remod or count on mods as much as if you have it. It does help a little bit here, not a ton. It gives armor shred and the stun, which is nice. It'll speed things up a little bit. So that one I do like. And then Impetuous Assault is also okay. It lowers the requirements for the unlock mission even more. You can just button mash at that point, as long as you switch between the skills. And then it speeds up day 3, I think. Or, sorry, wave 2, because you keep all your stacks, so you can insta-kill somebody right off the pet. Which is nice. But not, like, super critical. Alright. This is Omega. Terrible. She's a bad character. This was meant for the Reek battle for Cam Shards before everybody stopped doing light side Geonosis. Very, very few people have Omega, Omicron. And then you would have to have the rest of the whole bad batch Omicron, or Relic up. Yeah, there's almost nobody with like R7 plus original OG bad batch, so I see very, very little reason to apply this Omicron. Borlom, I have no idea. He's at like Relic 3. He literally just became free to play farmable. There's no reason to relic him up at this point. He's not required for anything. I don't think his team is being propped up by a Datacron in Grand Arena right now. I'm gonna leave him at B. This could change if he gets more of a supporting squad, or if he is required for something. That's where he's gonna go for now. Appos, I love. Almost everybody in a high-end guild has Dark Side clones at Relic 9 for the raid, or at least 7. And then his Omicron lets you put him under Tarkin and win like a huge amount of battles. Actually, he's not actually very good on Mustafar, strangely. The Droidekas are kind of a bad matchup for him. But like I said earlier, that doesn't really matter. It's because you don't really need combat missions on Mustafar. Auto everything on Geonosis. Really good on Dathomir, because enemies with Order 66 can't be revived. So I use him for the Empire under Tarkin there. I platoon Lord Vader a lot, so Tarkin works. Everything here, Haven has 4 missions. Tarkin and Appo Omicron can auto all of them except the left one. You need Lord Vader against Sortie, otherwise you just die. We're really, really good there. And then Malachor, I think he can go 1 for 2 or 2 for 2 on one of them. He can definitely go 1 for 2 on all of them. I think he can go 2 for 2 on one of the missions. And I don't remember which one, but it's pretty good. And then moving to Vandor. I mean, these are all really easy as well. You can also do those, but Dark Side is more challenging than Mixed, so I almost always use him over here. Vandor, Tarkin does not work, but Vader clears both of the missions really easily, which is nice. And then we have not reached Hoth or Death Star. Only like the top maybe 20 or so guilds get there, so I don't know about those. But overall, a very good Omicron, and it's on a character you almost certainly have Relic anyway. Enoch, I'm gonna put him in A. It is very, very good. The problem is his team is hard to build. It's very strong. Can clear anything. I'm gonna stop talking about Phase 1 for the most part. Phase 2. So I use him under Dark Trooper Moff Gideon, which a lot of people don't have built, just because he's a Territory Wars character. But you can use him anywhere. You can use him either as a lead or under Moff Gideon. I don't think it makes a big difference, but he works everywhere on Geonosis. Dathomir, he does work. The problem is his team is so tanky and it doesn't ramp up super well unless everybody is Imperial Remnant. So it's gonna be something like, and then for the special mission here, the Great Mother steal 2 of his people. So if you're using him on one of these 2, you're gonna be doing something like Gideon, Enoch, Scout, Death Trooper, and like the other Gideon, and that team just does not have a ton of damage. So it does work, but it takes longer than you want it to. Haven, it works, but the problem is you need full Imperial Remnant. Otherwise, it really just doesn't work at all. And then that means you're taking Scout to Relic 8, which sucks because he's not like a super good character. From then on, you're almost certainly moving to Mandalore, and this requires Dark Trooper Moff Gideon, and that can full auto, which is really good because that is not an easy mission. So it's Dark Trooper Moff Gideon, Scout, and then the 3 Viridia people. Also requires taking Scout to 8, which sucks, but a lot of guilds, almost, I think everybody does Mandalore at least 2 days. A lot of guilds do 3, so you're using him 3 days there. So you're going to get a ton of usage out of Enoch, especially if you're leveling up him and the other Viridia people for that assault battle. So it's very, very good Omicron. Definitely a borderline S. Tarpals. He's gonna go in B, and this is why. It's a really, really, really strong Omicron. I think if you have the Gungans at 8 or above for the Naboo raid, he's in A, maybe even S. But at this point, the Gungans are just a team. Like, they're a decent team, not incredible in GAC. So a lot of people get them to 5, 6, 7 and then stop. If you get them to all 9, and very, very people do, they're one of very few teams that can do Vandor, which is nice on auto. One of very few non-galactic legend teams. They handle everything here easily. You struggle a little bit on Mandalore, but other than that, any mixed or light side they can do. Even Kafrene. The problem is they're not required for anything anymore with Naboo raid gone, so it's hard to justify taking past 7 these days. And if you're doing that, you're only getting them for like 3 days. So that's why it's hard to place them above B. Carth, B. That is an actively detrimental Omicron. It might actually cost you waves because you would have just thrown a Galactic Legend in, but instead you're using Carth. Also, his team is mixed, so you can only use it on mid, which is really weird. Most teams, you can use it on dark side or mid, or light side or mid. Carth is locked to mid, which is really weird. I really can't think of why anybody would apply this on Omicron. Cassian is, let's see, it doesn't really do much, but everybody has Cassian at Relic 8. So he's at least going to be relicked up. The problem is Rogue One sucks in territory battles, and so you're probably going to use him under Saw or in this one mission on Kafrene. But you can just throw Leia in and it's easy. So you might want to just do that rather than burning an Omicron on one mission. You can use him on this mission on Kashyyyk under Saw, but it really doesn't require the Omicron. You can just throw Drogon in, or Kyle, or yeah, that's pretty much it. So it's really an Omicron that doesn't increase your success rates anywhere. It's just on a character that people have at relics. So if you want to throw it on, I guess you can. I just don't see it serving like almost any use. Let's see. Depa I really like. A lot of people have her at least 8 for the raid. And then she allows you to auto anything on light side. There's so many Jedi missions here. You can throw her in under Kelleran Beck or Mace Windu. I think on Kafrene you'll want her under Jedi Master Mace Windu, just because that's not an easy planet. But she handles Lothal really well, Kashyyyk, Raqqa. Not very good on Zepho, surprisingly. Like, you'd figure you'd be able to use her under Jedi Cal, but actually doesn't really work very well. Also, the generic mission on Mandalore. So overall, very powerful Omicron on a character that a lot of people have. So she belongs in a borderline S. The problem is with her is you need full Jedi Vanguard, so it's very hard to use her on Kafrene, because you'd also have to take like Jocasta and Temple Guard up. So then a lot of people like this one. I do not. Just because it's very hard to justify taking that Finn Zori team past 7. They mostly do all their damages with Expose. So in GAC, they pretty much work at 7. If you're at the point where you're taking that team up to 7, you probably have like a bunch of Galactic Legends and stuff, and we'll probably have Braca and Kashyyyk, even Lothal under control. The main problem is Lothal is an easy player. So a lot of teams can handle. He can't do the Jedi. This is Phoenix. So the only team mission he can do is this, which is really easy. If you want to take all those guys to Kessel, to 8 for Kessel, like maybe there's a place there. I just don't see that team as being worth high relics. It is a powerful Omicron, but it's just not worth it for me. Gammorean Guard, this is a D. So the problem with Gammorean Guard is he only goes with Jabba, and then Jabba full autos all these planets. Like you're probably taking Boosh and Chrysanthemum to 7 or 8 just because they're really strong characters. It can make the Vandor easier, but you can also do it without him. So if you're applying an Omicron for a planet you're doing 1 or 2 days, I just don't think that's worth it at all. Plus, you're not even using him on the team in Grand Arena, so I think this Omicron is almost no value. Huyang C. It's very strong, but the problem is Ahsoka's so good without it. All of these missions, there isn't a single one she loses on auto. It's shocking, like how ridiculously good she is in territory battles without the Omicron. The only one she struggles with is this Nest one, just because she doesn't ramp fast enough. And like maybe this one, but I do it. I just full auto without even using Huyang. I just use Fulcrum. It works. What Huyang does is speed up the auto. Ahsoka takes a while to ramp, so if you apply it, you can save some time. I just wouldn't do it just for that. I don't think it's worth it. Kyle, another A tier. I really like Kyle's. The main thing, it pretty much turns any light side mission where there's a bunch of Jedi into like a full auto. Like stopping assists is so incredibly powerful, especially against like the Purge Troopers who love to assist. It makes this Saw mission on Kashyyyk way easier. The main thing against Kyle is that there's no need to take him above 7 for anything. Very few players have him at 8 or 9, so it's hard to use him on Lothal or Kafrene. But he does make Zepho easier. He can even make this these two easier if he has extra characters. Apparently a really strong Omicron. And it's been around forever, so people have gotten a lot of use out of it. ROLO has the same issues as Finn. It's a strong Omicron, it's just not worth taking her team up. Like if you're at the point where you're doing R8 ROLO or something, you probably have a bunch of Galactic Legends you can throw in. So yeah, for the same reason as Finn, I'm leaving her in C. Marrok is S tier. I love Marrok. I use him at Omicron. It speeds up battles so quickly, either under Balin or Riva. You can split those teams up. Like Riva without Marrok can handle some stuff. The Marrok can handle any mission you can throw at it. These two you might have to pause, but other than that, Marrok just destroys stuff. Turns this Riva mission into a very easy full auto. It'll take you as far as Marrok's relic levels want to go, and the Inquisitors are required a lot. There's this mission here, this one too, so pretty much as high as you can take him. You'll get a lot of usage out of him, and he clears missions in like under a minute. It's just crazy good. Paz is a tricky one. I'm gonna put him in C. Just because, alright, day 3, you're always using bow here. Paz Omicron doesn't do anything here. Day 2, Bo handles this anyway, without the Omicron. The main draw for people is this, but it's Relic 9, and it's really, really hard to take that full team up to 9. You need 5 Bo-Katan and like Paz and 4 other Mandalorians. It makes this like way easier. I think you still have to play it though. So you're playing an Omicron on a team that you have to take to 9, and you still have to play it. Like, that's just really painful. If you're in a really high-end guild and you're pushing for like a huge amount of points, yeah, go for it. I think 99% of players just don't need to touch this. Probe Droid, bad character, has no real home. Very few people have him on relics. The one place I could see using him is here, but like I just use Afra's like regular team and it works totally fine most of the time. Or you can just throw Sith under Afra and that also works. So I think this is actually the least applied Omicron in the game. I'm not totally sure on that. Quiggold, I don't know about this one. I think it is good though. This is one I do not personally have just because like Quiggold's at 7 and I don't need help with like first 3 days. They're very easy for me at this point. I have heard it's very strong though, and it can help on Vandor, which is a really, really hard planet. So I'm gonna leave it at B, but let me know if what your experiences are with that. A lot of people do have the Maz Pirates up for the raid. Vane, C. This is another Huyang situation because Pirate King Hondo is so strong that he autos everything on every one of these planets. All Vane does is speed things up a little bit. The only one that I would help with is like this one against the full Phoenix team, which is a really hard mission. Hondo autos both Vandor planets. The dots don't really do anything to him. All Vane does is speed your clear times up by like a minute or 2. So to me, if you're really strapped for time, like go for it. But yeah, it's not worth the return on investment for me. Wrecker, I'm gonna put him in A. Reason for this is a lot of people have Bad Batch relicked up for the raid. It's a very good Omicron. It can handle. It is not. They're not super good on Vandor, but anything below that here, and then anything on light side, even including Kafrine, works. The only thing is they are really stupid with the target practice. So in wave 2, you have to just tap somebody so they focus. It almost doesn't matter who it is. And then it's not like the fastest team either, but it is very, very consistent. So just because it's on a character that a lot of people have relicked up for the raid, and like it's pretty good for your success rates. I'm gonna put Wrecker in A. So this is my tier list. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment below. Like, subscribe. Check out my website. Thanks. See you later.